So, would you guys agree with me that it is not a good idea in general to keep in the wintertime, or when it's pouring out, whatever, anyway, to remain in wet sneakers or wet boots and socks and whatever, like all day long inside your house? Would you agree with me that that's not a good idea? Right? I'm sure you would, right? Well, add to that, would you agree with me it's even a worse idea to do, to do something like that when you have like a planter's wart on the bottom of your foot that is supposed to, that planter's warts are supposed to remain dry, and they thrive, those plantar warts, in a moist environment. Okay? Would you agree with me that even more so, you already shouldn't remain in wet sneakers or wet boots all day long? I mean, we're talking from just all day long. You stay in them, okay? But especially if you have a plantar's wart that never goes away, and you've had it for years and years and years, right? Would you agree with me? I'm sure you all would, okay? I think it was my first winter here, so 3 years ago, whatever, when I saw my mom doing just such a thing, okay, in the same scenario I just mentioned, I said something, but she doesn't want to have to, like, take her shoes off and on or whatnot to take. Remember back then she had Angel and Omar, and she had Angel and Omar while I spent 6.5 months in the shelter. So, she doesn't want to take her shoes off and on. But again, this thing on her foot's never ever going to go away. She does that. She keeps that in that moist environment forever, okay? I said something to her about that and about putting her dirty sneakers, boots, whatever, up on the couch where everyone sits, whatnot. But she's not going to stop doing that. As her daughter, as whatever, I said something. I mean, I'm like, you shouldn't do that, and she's not going to stop doing that. And I never mentioned it again, okay? It's what she's going to do. It's one of those things. I know all these years later, I know she doesn't take care of her foot the way that she should. So for false alarmists to be there, like, I rag on my mom for every little thing. No, I don't. Certain things I do, but there's tons of things that I have just accepted and I let go, okay? She's going to have that stupid thing on her. She doesn't take care of it the way she's supposed to. They thrive in a moist environment. The last thing you should do is but there's nothing that's going to stop her from doing that. She's been doing that forever. She's not going to stop just because I point out that it's not a good idea. Okay? So there's an example, and I already told you about, I mean, sometimes when I see her, only because she has nice clothes. We recently got her nice clothes. And I say we because it's her money, but I helped her pick them out, which she loves me to do. I even bought some for her, and that because I can just, if she doesn't like something, I can just return it, no big deal, because I get discounts. Like, I'm at the mall more than she, and whatnot. So she has real nice clothes. So if I see her wearing the same thing every damn day, I'm gonna encourage her to change. I think a lot of daughters in my place might do the same thing, okay? But I encourage her, and if she doesn't, I don't be like, I might joke around, Mama, you have so many nice, all kinds of jeans and 50 zillion sweaters, new sweaters. I mean, why not change? Okay? But she often doesn't want to change, and she often sleeps in the same clothes she wears the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So go ahead and say I rag on her on every little thing. You don't live here. You don't know the situation, okay? I don't rag on her on every little thing. But we have to consider the source anyway of saying that. But anyway, that's just an aside. my aunt left a text, so yeah, I get it now, 100%. She's like, now do you see what it's like, Laura? Now you know how I feel when I had to put your mom in the hospital and I'm the bad guy and I'm made out to be this. Yeah, I 100% get it, Auntie, 100%. In the past, on more than one occasion, I need to stress, most of my mom's friends are mentally ill, so to them, since they've experienced the same shit she has, to them, she just shouldn't go in the hospital, period, and they get mad at me. I've had them get mad at me in the past. Remember that one fucking time that I did it. I called the cops on my mother. But I didn't do it easily, did I? Some of you may recall. I was talking to, you know, the woman that I met down at that place you go when I was desperate, and a dog woman and whatnot, and I didn't want to do it, and they're like, you got to do the right thing for your mom, and in the end it backfired in my face, but regardless, I still pushed, and the advocate, finally we got the social worker and the advocate over here, and they realized that I wasn't lying, even though the police hadn't believed me 8 days earlier, because I'm a psychologist, you know, listens to everything she says and doesn't have the brain, I guess, to realize that she doesn't tell the whole truth. You know, she paints herself in a good light and acts like I just yell at her for no reason. So, whatever. Okay. So, we've established that. Yeah, Auntie, I get it. One of her friends called her. I forget the circumstances. I know the friend directly yelled at me. I think the friend down the street, one of her friends actually yelled at me. What'd you have to go and put your mother in a hospital for? I'm the bad guy. But that was, I got yelled at by another one of my mom's friends too. The one, you know. So yeah, Auntie, I get it. I fucking get it. It fucking sucks. It sucks, okay? So, I wanted to say that. You know, so, I think I came up with perfect titles to my videos. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I can't ever win, okay? I wanted to say I didn't mean anything by the video where I said only someone really, really smart's going to get this, okay? I was not even remotely, because it's not true, and she posts really, really wise, deep comments. I wasn't even remotely trying to say that C's not smart enough to get it, but I think because she likes my mom so much, she has blinders on in a certain area, because on the one hand, she's telling me you have to just let your mom live her life and don't tell her what to do and let her be independent, do what she wants. Well, my mom's biggest thing is for me to not say one word about any guy she likes, Miss C, or any friends she has that I might not like. You get it? So you can't have your cake and eat it too, C. But you're trying to do that. You're saying, leaving me this message, you know, your mom just wants her independence, she wants you to not tell her what to do, blah, 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 blah. On the one hand, on the other, you're telling me that I should be really leery and be like, about my mom's friend, her new male beau, or whatever. What do you expect me to do? You want one thing from me and another. It's like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. That's why I said only someone really, really smart's going to get this, because that's just, you're missing that, see, that one thing. On the one hand, you want to put it in a nice little box and tell me, you got to let your mom be independent, don't tell her what to do about anything, just let her live her life unless, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And on the other, you want me to somehow, what am I supposed to do about it? This is a guy, it's not a stranger off the street. She's known him, she only became friends with him last week. But she's known him from this place for like a year, you know, casual, hi, or whatever. Okay? I mean, I get that message from you on the one hand, and on the other, you're like, I wouldn't let some strange guy come in my home. Yeah, we go back to the same thing. That's a big thing with my mom. It's her home. She can have who, you know. I can't win. I can't win. And as for that other friend I can't stand, when push comes to shove, if you really, really talk deeply with my mom, I don't think she even wants that woman to come stay the weekend. But the woman pressures her or whatnot and says, oh, you let Laura tell you what, but whatever. And, you know, I really don't think she wants her here. She'll say she does, and she'll even say, well, she's not my friend. I'm like, Mom, she is your friend. You call her, but, you know. I know Auntie would be thrilled to death that I didn't give in, and I begged my mom, like, please don't have that woman I can't stand here for the weekend, you know. She's not some great, wonderful friend to my mom. I couldn't stand this woman when I had never met her in person because my mom would cry. She'd call up and cry to me in LA that this woman and her husband, because this woman felt like her husband was God's gift to women, and if he definitely had a roving eye, because when he had a roving eye and she blamed the woman, okay? A lot of women do that. They don't want to blame their husbands for his roving eye. They blame the woman who's, you know, the object of his roving eye, as I have been. And he definitely liked my mama. He enjoyed her company and whatnot. But regardless, my mom once called me and she's like, they're going to cause me to have a breakdown, Laura. I'm going to have too much stress, blah, blah, blah. But you still keep going and spending the weekend with this married couple who you know is a fucking time. They're both time bombs waiting to, like, you know. And I asked her why. She continues it. They're exciting. See? See? Don't think my mom is just all so whatever. She knows that her presence, they invite her, but then her friend gets jealous of her husband's looking at my mom, or like liking my mom, joking, whatever. And there we go. It happens every time. My mom still puts herself in that situation. And then one time it was really, really bad. One time, I think she had to, they were here for the weekend, the married couple. She had to call, I don't think she called the cops. She did something, though. She forced them to leave in the middle of the night because they were driving her nuts, okay? But she still chooses to put herself in that situation, okay? Now, granted, I feel bad for the woman. Her husband's dead now. But it hasn't mellowed her out. She's still sitting there and bad-mouthing me over the phone to my mom, you know? And I had offered an olive branch. When my mom was thinking of going to the funeral, I offered an olive branch because my mom didn't want to go alone. And I said, I'll go with you. And that friend, there's no olive branch. I don't want her there. I don't want her swearing. Like, because I've sworn in private time, it means I'm going to fucking swear at a funeral. You know, it's like, whatever. She's okay. But yes, I have had my mom's, you know, I remember last time. I think what happened was maybe I had my mom's... Did I have my mom's cell phone? I can't remember. All I know is I answered it. I told the woman, you know, Mama, I had to call. You did that to your mother. Why'd you have to go and call the cops on your, you know? Like... And I'm really, really affected by shit like that. Whereas I think my aunt pretty much has a hardened shell and can let stuff like that just gloss over her and not be affected the way that I am, okay? And I'm sorry, Miss C, but my mama, we had to. I 100% agree with Auntie. My mom needed to be hospitalized. She wasn't going to go see her psychiatrist today. She's talking about running away and everything, and she's, you know, we had to do it. She can't say to me on the one hand, you know, you gotta give your mom her space, let her do whatever she wants, don't tell her what to do, etc. On the other hand, tell me that I need to... What do you expect me to do? It's her friend. You know, you want one thing from another. That's why, you know, like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. She would hate me more than anything. He'd be more than me telling her not to carry money around or not to take it to certain places where it could get, you know, get stolen or disappear or whatnot. That wouldn't even remotely bother as much as if I say anything negative about her new friend who's been so nice to her. Yet see, it's like, you need to worry about this and blah, blah, blah. And I wouldn't let some strange man in my home. It's my mother's home. I mean, you know, you want it both ways. You want it fucking both ways. There's nothing that I can do. Just like when she met that... what do you think concerned me more? This guy who she's known for a fucking year, you know, in at this place, and even though she only became friends recently, you know how that goes. I don't know how they became friends. It's just very recently. It was like last week. But she definitely, her mental illness causes her to not have any kind of, you know, she's pushing him too much. I hear her all the time. Oh, come on, can't you come over? You know, you can do this and you can do that, and I know you don't have a car, but we can arrange it, or I'll find someone to take you over here. I really want you here, and we can have dinner, and you can watch the game, or you don't have to, you know what I mean? And that's not just her illness, okay? She started getting sick a few days ago, but she became friends with this guy, I think, before then. Pretty sure. And he really likes her, and he's nice to her, and he gives her trinkets, and, you know. I can't stop her from having him here. She'd be like, it's my home. How fucking dare you even say anything, Miss C, you know? If you tried to say anything to her, she loves you to death, and she would put you in your place, too. You know, once she's not locked up like she is right now, unfortunately. Get it? I can't. Hey, Mr. Baby. Mama's fading fast. She's gonna go to bed. Hope that the doorbell doesn't ring. I can almost guarantee you it will. People who can't reach my mother are gonna panic. I'm not answering the door. Auntie would back me up on that. Auntie didn't know I have her address book. Because she's like, you know, Laura, when she has that book, all she does is call everybody and anybody. I don't know. And she needs to concentrate on getting better. But there are numbers she knows by heart. She knows the number of that place by heart, so I'm sure she'll call them and report everything. And I know, beyond any shadow of any doubt, because they all love her to death there, staff included, they are all in there talking about me and my aunt and etc., etc., etc. I know what they're doing. I can guarantee you, there's no doubt in my mind, I know what they're doing. I know it. I know it. I'm not answering the fucking door. No one's going to know I'm not answering the door. I'm going to put my earplugs in and take a nap. I'm not answering the fucking door. And you could be like, what if it's your mother and she doesn't have her keys? Yeah, I know. That's the problem. But it's highly unlikely she's going to be released just like that. But you never know. I don't know. I don't know, people. I've been eating too much. I know I gained weight. I think I need to just take a break. Break from YouTube. I don't have any pressing engagements. I can just take a break from life itself. I used to do a lot of sleeping. Can't have it both ways, see. Can tell me on the one hand, don't, lay off your mom, let her do anything she wants, don't get on her case about anything, don't tell her what to do, etc. But then on the other end, you're going to tell me that I need to, do something about her not having this guy over into her home. It doesn't work that way, Miss C. You might wish it did, but it doesn't. I might wish it did, but it doesn't. That's a huge, huge part of her thing with me. For me to not tell her who she can have as friends. How do you think I felt when she got out and met that guy in the friggin' nut house and is having him over here and having me talk, to him, and how could I I had no choice but to trust him. If I said anything about him, he's my friend. Don't you say anything about him. He's my friend. He's going to help me. It's hard. It is so fucking hard for me. And that's all I want the people who care about me to recognize. That's all. If you care about me, then recognize even this one thing I'm saying with juxtapose Miss C's message to me. Because with my aunt's text to me, She had to be hospitalized. Maybe it could have at least been avoided on this end, but to her it's all the same anyway, because last time she had her psychologist simply had to call the police on her, and they had to get her there instead of in her own home. 6 of one, half dozen of another, I think. But at least, her family's not the bad guy. And I still had to hear it from her fucking church friend. I wanted to fucking pull up my hair. What do you have to do that to her for? She just needed some time to stabilize with the Depakote and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. Leave me fuck alone, please. Go pray. Go pray. You think that solves everything. Everything. Go fucking pray and get off my case, okay? I think I'll play it by ear. If someone comes and rings the doorbell and I don't answer and they go away, but if someone rings it and rings it and rings it and rings it, I'll talk to them through the door and see who it is. And if it's anybody other than my aunt, go away, I'm not talking to you, my mom's not here. that for a plan? Mama has she has an emergency she had to take care of. She has a long day. I don't really think she's going to come here. We gave, my mom left. We put pants and socks, we put stuff in the bag for her. She doesn't have toiletries and stuff, but that's not an emergency she needs right this freaking second. So I don't think Auntie's going to stop by here. But church friend, that's another matter, huh? Last time, my mom, I think, had her book or something, I don't know, but last time, church friend came that very night, the mom section, that very night, came over here, knocking on the, call me, your mom needs this and that, and you need to get it for her, etc., etc. I'm not answering the fucking door. My mom, there's no pressing thing that's an emergency for my mom to have. When she's sick, she wants everything, and she demands it, and, and church friend, being the good Christian that she is going to, accommodate my mom's demands and come here and say all these things that my mom wants us to bring over to her. Not tonight. I'm going to sleep. Will I be able to sleep? I don't feel tired. I'm stressed. I'm agitated. I'm sad. I'm bloated from eating the junk food that I wouldn't have access to if my mom hadn't purchased it or brought it home from the party. I just had toast, Ezekiel, flax bread, and 2 pieces, and cream cheese. Full fat whipped cream cheese that my mom purchased just in case Angel comes. Angel's, number one, Angel's not coming right now, and number two, the dog woman, you didn't listen to her when she was telling us that Angel doesn't like the cream cheese anymore. She's for quite some time been wrapping her pills in the cream cheese, but now she's turning her nose up at it. Well, then we'll eat it then, yeah. More like I'll fucking binge on it. But I wouldn't even have touched it, I don't think, if it wasn't under these stressful circumstances. Beyond stressful. This all sucks. I do not rag my mother on every little thing. And C and I were both hoping and praying that this would just blow over. That it was the craziness the other day was a result, or the strange behavior was a result of the coffee thing, and that would end, and no, it's only gotten progressively worse, but we didn't want that to happen. I wasn't going to let this go on forever, despite what my enemy, who hates me, I don't care what he says to the contrary, is going to say to the contrary, I wasn't going to let it go on forever. I knew, I'm aware of her appointments. I knew she was seeing her psychiatrist today, or was supposed to. Okay. It's another thing that happens with her that I fix. Missy, she can't just have independence and me not telling, whatever, blah, 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 whatever. She forgets her appointments. I have to remind her about that. She got all pissed off when the eye appointment called when she had just seen them. But it turned out I got that straightened out. It's because she had seen someone for a glaucoma test, but not her regular doctor she sees every 3 months, blah, blah, whatever. But the bottom line is she was crying and she yelled at them and hung up. And I got it straightened out and we talked. And I said, does she really have to go this last minute here? She didn't know. She didn't have it written down, apparently. I'm like, no, it's okay. It could have been 4 months from when she left. It doesn't matter. So I said, well, can we make it a month from now? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. And then my mom was trying to say she had an eye appointment today. I said, Mom, I know your appointment. You don't have any. You have an appointment with your psychiatrist. Well, she's like, well, I'm not. I'd rather go to I'm not seeing her. I want a new psychiatrist. You know. Very difficult for me to get that kind of voicemail from you. See, under the circumstances, I'm having a hard enough time just dealing with this and doing the right thing. But there was no way in hell after what she did, going to sleep with the chicken, cooking, and then add insult to injury, denying she'd done anything wrong, turning it all around, saying she was awake. No, you weren't. You were not awake. If I had been so inclined, I could have simply allowed her to sleep and tested to see if she ever woke up. But no, I didn't do that because I needed to fucking sleep. I could have just let her sleep, and then if she ever woke, let's say if I was not on no sleep and didn't need to sleep, and I'm just going to stay up till 2, 3, whatever, I could have just watched TV or waited and then seen when she woke up, and then be like, you know, Mom, I shut your chicken off hours ago. You went to sleep with it on. You know what I mean? I could have done that, but I didn't. I woke her up immediately and told her. Because I'm going to bed, and she needs to be aware of what happened. Plus, I don't know how long her fucking chicken was even cooking, because the timer was only 1 hour, and then she does chicken for like an hour and a half, or 2 hours. I don't know, she does the chicken for a long time, the chicken thighs, so, you know what I mean? I did, and I immediately woke her up, which sucked, because guess what happened after I woke her up? She didn't go back to bed, of course. She's all up and going to call and tattle on me for having the nerve to get upset with her that, you know, I could have been asleep while, unbeknownst to me, the chicken is turning to black in the oven. It might have caused a fire. I have no idea. You know, eventually it might have caused a fire if she and I both just slept all night. And she was like, well, I would have got up. Omar would have got me up. No, baby, not so sure about. No, Omar was in for the night. Omar wants to go to bed. Omar wouldn't have got you up. Omar doesn't get you up until 6 in the morning or later. You know, if your alarm doesn't go off. So no, she was making excuses. You know, but do any of the people who were at that place know? They think I'm a monster. She talks about how she before had a restraining order against Auntie's. Auntie's a monster. Like Auntie Road, anybody who tries to stop her from carrying out her crazy fantasies is the enemy, and she hates them, etc., etc., etc. I'm here for you. We need to be a team for your mom's sake. Yeah, I know. I'm learning firsthand what you went through all those times. It's not easy to be the fucking bad guy. But I've had it where they've, you know, I think she has too, but she has a thicker skin than I do. In the past, long before, when I wasn't here, when I was living in LA and blah blah, my mom's mentally ill friends who have been in and out of mental hospitals themselves just are of the notion that you should just never put them in the hospital ever. It's and we're not the ones who put them in the hospital. We family members. We get them evaluated, but in the end, it's the doctors that decide whether or not they need to be hospitalized. Section, you know. It's not us. It's never us. Yeah, Auntie, I get it now. taking over the job of protecting your mom like I always did. This all sucks. Your healthcare products, you have a say in where she's sent. Ex-hospital is the best one, blah, blah, blah. I have emergency things to do today. I'll contact you when I get back. I know, Auntie. Now you know what I've been through. When your mom gets sick, I become her half-sister and an evil person, blah, blah. But you can't take what she says as her real feeling. She hates anyone who tries to stop her from acting out her crazy fantasies. This just sucks, especially since her friends are just clueless. What's amazing to me, I don't know if it's amazing to Auntie, is her friends know her history and they still are clueless. They still think that we're to blame and we're just horrible for ever calling the cops on her at all or anything. It just blows my mind. I will stand up for you, Laura. You've been a godsend to me, to your mom and me. That was very nice of Auntie to say. Laura, it's not your fault your mom's breaking again any more than it was ever my fault. You know, and my fault she gets hospitalized when she does. But I can't take her into the hospital today because I have emergency things to do. And then she's like, you know, when I get back, if you make sure to open the door, I'll come there and I'll take her to the hospital. She wasn't gonna let Auntie drive her to the hospital, no friggin' way. She wasn't gonna answer the door for the police this morning. She told him to go away. I opened the door, so I'm the bad guy. Because you actually don't have to open the door for the police. But I'm the bad guy. I opened the door. I actually thought it was Auntie because the police beat her here and she didn't really have far to go. She said, I'll be there and I'll meet now. They came faster, which I didn't want to happen. The quicker she gets help, the quicker she'll get better. I wish she did. I hope. I don't know. She's going to have to be hospitalized. I don't want that to happen to her. By the way, I approve some comments of my enemy, false alarmist, but not others. I don't approve the ones where he goes too far with me. Unfair accusations. Or it's not your fault your mom's breaking again any more than it was ever my fault she was hospitalized. Maybe it's not my fault, but partially my fault. I don't know. Anything anymore, to tell you the truth. And I wish I could go and see my therapist friend. I know she's not my friend, but I liked her. She was nice. Oh my God, Selena. all over the place. I can't even read. Anyway, the money thing that's a big thing we've been going through for a long time. I know that it's not a good idea for her to carry around large sums of money or to bring money to certain places, okay? But the thing about that is, like I said, when I was saying in another video, when she's sick, she's nonchalant about, oh, so what, I lost it, blah, blah, whatever. But when she's not sick, and she doesn't listen to me, and she loses money or whatnot, and she's devastated, you know? One time she didn't listen to me. She brought too much money in a friggin', and her pocketbook wasn't that big, and she'd found this thing to put the money in. Not a smart thing to do. Better to just shove it in one little safe pocket in the pocketbook. But no, she's not gonna listen to me. And what do you think happened? She dropped the whole thing in church, and she was lucky because you never know. Even in church, someone could, not turn it in, and it was like $75. She was all upset. Okay, but she gets just as upset when I tell her what to do regarding, I can kind of predict shit, okay? It was this big thing, and I know her, and she overstuffs her purse, and just, there's no reason to put the money in that thing. But whatever, she dropped it, and it could have easily disappeared, So, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. That's the bottom line. It's hard for me to read your text, Missy. Something like, to cool down, it's not okay to please. Yeah. She doesn't listen to me when she's sick about anything. She doesn't do this shit when she's not sick. When she's sick, she will not listen to me about anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. She will not listen to me about anything at all. Nothing. Nothing. She told you to get out. Wow, a history with you guys of this. Yeah, when she's sick. It's just like when I wasn't around, when she's sick, she would hate Auntie and renounce her as her sister, and etc., etc., I just happen to live with her. Hard situation for you both. I think maybe some of this coffee just had her sleep deprived and set into some mania. Yeah, well, it got worse and worse, Missy. You and I both together was hoping that wouldn't be the case. Also, false alarmist is going to say, no, sir. I think it was. Oh no, maybe it was. I actually believe that the ones that don't post publicly and that show up in my Hotmail and I put in the asshole folder, all false alarmists, just with different avatars. I 100% believe that. But regardless, whoever it was, that's saying you love it. It might have been false. You love it when you love that this is happening, Mom. You want that place. Bullshit. Couldn't be more bullshit. Not just from YouTube, from life. I know for a fact I've gained weight. I've been eating mindlessly. Mindlessly. That's the worst kind of eating. You're not even really enjoying it. But it's not like it's gonna, Hopefully she's mellow out today. Nope, Missy. It's only gotten progressively worse, unfortunately. Last night could have been bad. And that's scary. That is scary. Scary, scary, scary. Could have been bad. Especially, but what happened, when was that, last week, a couple weeks ago with me and the damn fire could have been bad too. All sucks. All sucks. All sucks, Mr. Omars. Caffeine meds are just not working. Bad situation with COVID. I hope she doesn't have to go back into the hospital. Yeah, she did. At least she had to go and be. See? Love you both. Talk to you later. Work it out. Getting upset with her is not going to help her at all. She needs her independence. She knows she really does, yeah. And part of that independence, Missy, is her having her new boyfriend over here. Okay? So, you can't have it both ways. She appreciates you being there and cleaning, but she's not wanting to be told what to do again. I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. No, you're wrong. You're not getting it. She was saying she's getting older and that's what they do if they go to bed early. She's going to be waking up early. Maybe sleep. No, that's not what the case is. That's not it. Okay? When she goes to bed too late and then keeps waking up in the middle of the night or whatnot. But this is not, it has nothing to do with, has nothing to do with her going to bed early and waking up early or this, that, or whatnot. She really doesn't go to bed early, okay? She doesn't go to bed early. And it's not when she's, going to bed at 12:30 and she's up at 3 and she's going to lie to these people over that place and say that I just got upset with her for no reason, I yell at her for no reason and she just has insomnia. No. Insomnia is when you can't sleep. Insomnia is not you go to bed at 12:30, wake up at 3, decide you can't sleep without even trying to sleep, and then drink coffee to force yourself to stay awake for hours and hours because you fear that you're not going to wake up in time to be going someplace, okay? That's not insomnia. But of course, she's going to twist everything around, and the person who doesn't know me from Adam is going to be, oh God, what a bitch, doesn't she understand that people get insomnia, etc., She's not waking up because of her body chemistry. She's waking up when she doesn't drink enough water during the day, tries to make up for it at night, drinks way too much water before she goes to bed, and then keeps waking up to pee, and then, or she just doesn't drink enough water, period, that day, and she wakes up thirsty. And you know, when you wake up thirsty, you're actually dehydrated. Hi. It could be rage. People like, you know, they wake up, you know, at 3 or 4 in the morning. Yeah, maybe they wake up at 3 and 4 in the morning because they go to bed at 7, not at 12:30. You left me. I know you left me a long message. When people get older, this is what happens. They can't sleep. You know, it's bullshit. It's bullshit because there's tons of times that she not only sleeps, she sleeps a long time. You know. No, it's when she doesn't drink enough water, and she doesn't wake up. She wakes up to pee. And then she'll drink more water in the middle, and then wake up to pee, wake up to pee. But she generally goes back to bed. And the fact that when she woke up at 12:30, think about this. If she wakes up at 12:30 and is up at 3, okay? If she has to drink coffee to remain awake, what does that tell you? She's tired and shouldn't be awake. It's not insomnia like she leads these total strangers to me to believe. It's not insomnia. That's not insomnia. Because you wouldn't need the coffee if you were already wide awake and can't sleep. Get it? You wouldn't need the coffee to force yourself awake. So, hi. You just farted. Do you need to go out and poo-poo? You can go poo-poo in snow. I took him in when the cops were coming, just so you know. They came so fast, I didn't even have time. I get off the phone and they're already here, and I had to pee. Yeah. I had to pee-pee. So I take him in the bathroom with me, and he's right in front of me while I'm sitting there on the toilet peeing. He takes a dump right on the floor. And I'd already taken him out. He peed 4 times, just so you know. He didn't poo-poo then. He doesn't want to poo-poo in the snow. But yeah, I'm sitting there helpless while I'm peeing, and he takes a dump right in front of me. Hi, crazy baby. Hi. Oh my God. Yeah, all right. See what he tries to do? Can't have him doing that. He'll fall back down, right? When Mama's got her legs up like that, you fall down. You're not. Well, one time you managed to do it, but I was watching him see, right? Right. Take you out and then just go to bed for the night until I wake up. Don't take me away from my pug. My pug! You see how he tries to jump up when I got my legs up there? He can't make it. I don't want him to fall back down. Mama doesn't want you to fall back down. Mama doesn't want you to fall back down. You're too little to get up and you fall back down when I have my legs up. He doesn't know. He's stupid. No, you're not stupid. You're not stupid, are you? No. It's not your fault. You just see a lap and you don't realize the lap's up a little too high for you to reach. Right? Can't expect you to be that smart. Missy heard my voicemail, and she basically just, you know, I can't come to the phone right now, leave your name number, and she's like, God, by your voice, you sound like you're 5'4" and 110 pounds. You know, voices don't mean shit. I worked for a phone sex company, and we had a party. They had a party. The boss held a party, and we met all the girls in person. I was the one who handed out the calls, and you can have the cutest voice in the world, and you know, these women, some of them, the cutest voices in the world, and weighed 500 pounds. You know, voices don't mean anything. Voices don't mean anything, Momaloo. Momaloo, Momaloo, Momaloo. My thing is, I gotta play it for you. It doesn't say my number. Oh, no, it does say my number, I think. Oh, no, it doesn't. Hi, this is Laura. I can't come to the phone right now, but please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Laura. Laura, Laura, Laura. I could play it for you. That's what it is. Hi, this is Laura. I'm not able to come to the phone right now, but please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Tell her, hey, you know, if it's a coffee, slow down, because the caffeine, she doesn't care. She doesn't want to miss out on the news. She doesn't want to miss out on calling, you know. She can call her beau late. She doesn't want to miss out on anything. She doesn't care. I told her. You think I don't tell her that the caffeine's going to keep her awake? She wants to stay awake. She knows the caffeine will stay awake. She was telling the woman who takes care of Angel, or she was telling somebody, I forget who, but that, you know, she doesn't like decaffeinated coffee because Miss Eve's like, can't you switch her coffee somehow? No, that's not going to work. I'm not going to do that anyway. That's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to do such shit like that anyway. But she needs her own time and space and doesn't really like to be told what to do. If she can't sleep, she can't sleep. But see, that was a lie. That was a total lie. People who can't sleep don't have, I mean, this is just common sense, don't have to drink coffee to force themselves to stay awake. So that's a lie on her part. That's a total lie. I know exactly what the deal was. The deal was that she's terrified the fucking cell phone alarm's not going to go off because sometimes it doesn't. And that's what it is. Talk to your mom. She says she'd be appreciative if you give her a break and leave her alone for a while. We had to do it, Missy. I called Auntie. I called Auntie because my mom was really just totally going. She's not well. Okay? We were hoping she'd get better. We all hope she gets better on her own, Missy. I know you did, but it didn't work out that way. She only got progressively worse, and unfortunately, and I had to call Auntie because my mom was just gonna take off, disappear, go stay with friends, etc. And I know. And then, because Auntie was like, well, if I'll take her to the hospital tonight if you leave the door open, she's not gonna be here. Well, then that's it. She won't see her psychiatrist. She's not hanging out here today. She's taken off. She's running away. We had no choice but to call the cops. We had no choice. It's the bottom line. She got progressively worse. She's not behaving rationally. She didn't even take seriously what she did last night. To her, it's no different than my accident with the fire. To her, it's absolutely no different. And smart people know that there's night and day difference. You know? Night and day difference. Night and day difference. Very, very difficult for me. Auntie's like, you can't shut me out. I had to find out about this. I thought to myself, I wonder what's going on. And I knew you probably talked about it on YouTube, but I shouldn't have to go to your films to find out what's going on with your mother. You should communicate with me. I know. And why don't I? Because I am so torn, and I even have, I have Miss Eve telling me, we don't want to have her go into the hospital and whatnot. It just, and the thing is, it's progressed, but it progressed quickly. But I knew she was seeing her psychiatrist, and it wasn't anything where I would have gotten her instantly. The call 911, because false alarmist was saying, and whatever, why don't you could just call her doctor or something. Her doctor it hadn't progressed that far. She hadn't done anything super, super bad. Just because somebody reports her from a party to Auntie, that's hearsay. And she hadn't nearly caused she hadn't gotten that bad. And I knew, so if she hadn't gotten that bad, then I know the psychiatrist would be just like, okay, well, I'm going to see her on Monday, I'm not like this horrible person who is just going to let this go on forever. And that is why I broke down and called Auntie, but I didn't call Auntie immediately. Because I was hoping, and so was Miss C, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to. I was hoping it would blow over. I was hoping it was just from that, her anxiety over that in the coffee thing, and then it would, but it didn't. It got worse. And when this happens, Auntie automatically thinks my mom's not taking her meds, and I don't believe that. I 100% believe I don't stand over her, but I believe her. I believe she takes the meds. I 100% believe she's taking the meds. So then I have to say what's wrong. And even though the people who really, really care about me, and Auntie and whatever will say bull cocky, whatever, I start to wonder if she's taking her meds and this happened, then maybe it's me, maybe it's my fault, and maybe we can't, Maybe it's bad for her, me to be here. Bottom line in the end is I don't know for sure about anything. Don't get on her case, but every little thing. And like I told Miss C, like I told Miss C on the phone, if this was when we thought it was going to blow over, I'd be like, I'm not going to get on her case about anything anymore. In general, I still have to make sure she takes her meds, but I won't give one blind fuck if she goes to bed without brushing her teeth or anything like that. And just sit back and let her do stupid things and don't say anything, But I didn't get the chance to incorporate that new thing that I planned on doing because she got progressively worse. Thing is, the thing the other night with the teeth thing, I told her I'm not doing this anymore. You're an adult. If you want to never brush your teeth again and take your meds and go, I'm not going to do it anymore. And I was even going to keep trying the calendar. I'm like, I'm not going to get upset. I swear to God, you don't have to believe me, man. I'm not going to believe. I don't care what you believe. I swear to God, it's true. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to get upset with her about anything. Just don't get upset with her. And then look what happened. Look what happened. The thing with Omar. Remember, this all happened in a short amount of time. I found out that she told that woman down the street about me and the fire thing. And again, she's not rushed. And like I said to her, you don't rush out and tell her every little thing that you do. I bet you didn't tell her about months ago when Omar could have been dead because of you and the couch and the thing where he jumped, he could have been strangled. You don't run and tell her that, but you're going to run and tell her about the fire thing. Well, I need something to talk about. Mom, there's plenty to talk about. You do not have to mention that one thing you promised me you wouldn't do. You betrayed me. You know what I mean? So, but I'm vowing, because I don't want to upset her, I'm vowing to just not get upset with her, and then it's like she does something that I helplessly get upset with her, So again, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Just, I don't know. I really don't see a solution because you heard what Auntie said and you don't know the other things that she said to me in person. Like, Laura, what are you going to do, abandon your mom? Auntie wants me here. Auntie knows that despite what my mom believes, tries to convince her friends, including my friend C, to the contrary, she's not as self-sufficient as she wants to be, and she, no, you know what I mean? And there are a lot of things that she needs to be told what to do in regard, so I don't know. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. But I know Auntie's sincere. Auntie's sincere. She has no reason to say that to me. She could be a total freaking bitch. And she did get upset with me in person. She's like, you know, I shouldn't have to, or on the phone, no, on the phone, I called her, she's like, you know, I wanted to know what was going on when that person reported your mom from whatever, and then blah, 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 and I said, you know what, I bet Laura knows, and I can find out from her films, and you need to, you need to not do that, Laura, you need to, I shouldn't have to find out from your films what's going on, etc., etc., etc. I know, but it didn't just happen. You know what I mean? That's what you have to understand, and that's what C and I, you know, what we were counting on. This didn't just happen out of the blue. It happened. She broke and it all combined with that coffee thing and me getting upset with her and whatnot. We were hoping it would just blow over. That's why I didn't contact Auntie. But this morning, there was no other fucking choice. There was no other fucking choice but for me to beg for Auntie's help in getting my mom the help she needed, period. Period. I didn't know Auntie had an emergency thing she had to do today. I thought maybe she could make sure my mom got to her psychiatrist, but she couldn't, and my mom's going to run away. And Lord only knows, my mom's in a bad, I think she's a danger to herself and others, but not, you know, when I called 911, they were asking me, like, is she suicidal? No, she doesn't get suicidal, but I said, no, she doesn't get suicidal, but she's a danger to herself and others unintentionally, okay? Because, of course, they're going to say she threatened to hurt herself or you. No, she doesn't do shit like that. But she definitely becomes a danger to herself and others and unintentional, okay? I went to bed this morning, and I have no idea if she ever went to bed. I have a feeling she didn't, because there's everything everywhere, and she would stay up all night packing, I'm sure, planning on leaving and whatnot. I have a feeling she didn't go to bed and had more coffee, and I was unaware of it. I had to go to bed, and I slept deeply for a whopping, I don't know, little over 3.5 hours, say, until he woke me up, and it wasn't even 6. It wasn't even 6 when you woke him up this morning. It's 5, wasn't it? Grandma was awake. So. Time to make the donuts. Time to feed the Omar, I think. Time to feed you. Time to make the donut. Time to feed the Omar. Feed the Omar. Feed the Omar. So even before she had her break, I was saying to myself, like, first of all, I was never going to get on a case again about taking her meds and going to bed, not getting ready for bed, not brushing her teeth. I'd already vowed that, because I don't need that. I don't need to get into a screaming match with her like she's my kid. So fuck that. I'd already vowed that. And then I'm like, I'm not going to get upset with her for any reason. Even if I get upset, I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to blah, 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 blah. And then she inevitably did something that I'm human. But I was making a cognizant effort to not. I was even thinking, I'll put signs up. Don't lose your temper with your mother, right? Whatever. She can't handle it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. But I don't do it for no reason. Okay. To remind myself she's on an obscene amount of psych meds, and she's, she's going to be 70 years old. And that things I might perceive as, intentional or whatnot, she doesn't mean. Even telling her friend, but she had promised, she's sorry, she didn't mean it, but that really hurt me. Because she had promised she wouldn't do it, and there's no reason to do it, and it's not like she runs out and tells her friend anything bad or potentially dangerous. She does, That's what's hard for me, when I perceive her as just being like, that hurt me deeply, because it's not like she can say she promised me she wouldn't do it, and I just thought, I was sorry, it wasn't going to happen again, and please don't tell any of your friends, don't tell anybody. Don't worry, I won't. And first opportunity she gets, she tells, and very, very hurt by that. So on my end, and that's part of my flaw, my imperfect nature, I have to not perceive, I have to recognize at all times that she is on a shitload of meds and is severely mentally ill, even when she seems okay, and that what I could definitely accuse others of doing intentionally, who are not her age and on all those psych meds, etc., 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 as being intentional, is not the case with her. Does that make sense? So, if my not mentally ill friend at all, I find out that she or he or whatnot, I said something in confidence and that person swore not to say anything, and I find out that that person told another friend of mine, then I have justifiably to be enraged at the betrayal. I have to learn within myself to understand, to grasp that things I perceive my mother doing to me that are extremely hurtful, more oftentimes than not, or maybe in all times, because she loves me, and when